What's good people? Welcome to Wholeviews. Thank you for clicking that thumbnail. My name is Corey, and today we're just going to talk about a bit of movie news. So, a while back, I was trying to do the whole week, which was a live series that I was doing, just talking about movie news from the week that just passed. At this point, I haven't done one of those in a while, and this is not live, but I do want to kind of make it feel like the live video. So, take my time, talk about each different topic. I picked 4 topics that I wanted to speak on. I'm just itching to get some type of content out because there's not a lot of films that interest me. And I've watched a few shows and did a few videos on those shows, but there's just not a lot on the horizon that I'm anticipating as far as movies or television goes. So here's just a quick video that we're going to do talking about these topics, and we'll break it up into sections and throw them up too. And you can respond to any other questions that I pose about these topics in the comment section. And you can subscribe too because it's free. So now let's go ahead and jump into the first topic. And one is kind of more of a complaint of mine, which is Monkey Man. There was a trailer for a movie called Monkey Man, written and starring and directed, I think, by Dev Patel. I really enjoyed the trailer. I wanted to do a trailer reaction. I did the trailer reaction. I posted the trailer reaction. It was copyright cleaned. I did every trick in the book to try to get it up, and I just could not get it up. Pause. That's crazy. But could not get the video posted. I don't understand how some people can post their reaction videos and everything goes fine and they're monetized, and mine just aren't able to go up. So for whatever reason, I couldn't get the video posted and get it monetized the way that I like to do things. And so I did not post it, but I was impressed with that trailer. I think that Jordan Peele investing in Dev Patel's project, like purchasing it, taking it away from Netflix, and then putting it on a national stage so people can see it, that's super smart. I think that he's going to see a huge investment on, or sorry, a huge return on his investment. And I think it's going to make a bunch of money. I'm very fond of films from that part of the world. The one that I'm anticipating this year is Project K. I don't know when we're going to get a look at that, but I am anticipating that. And there's a new one on Netflix that comes from the director of the KGF movies, which are 2 movies that I was supposed to check out from that part of the world last year. Never made it around to doing that. So I might check out this one on Netflix and then go back and check out the KGF ones. I don't know how much Monkey Man, Dev Patel's film, will like take from that portion of the world, but I anticipate it will be like, even though it appears to be like an American release and an American film, it's still gonna have elements from that heritage, those Indian films. So I don't know. I'm just kind of hype about it. I really enjoyed the trailer. It's real slick, real good action film. So I was excited about it, and I wanted to get on here and talk about it because the trailer reaction that I worked on just wasn't able to go up. So those are my thoughts on Monkey Man. Let me know your thoughts on Monkey Man. Have you seen any of the other films from India that I referenced? And what are your thoughts on those as well? Because I do want to get to those at some point. But moving along, I do want to switch topics and talk about Dakota Johnson. So Dakota Johnson said in an interview, she talked about shooting on blue screen, green screen backgrounds and how she doesn't know if the movie is going to be good. And maybe I'm misquoting her. Maybe she said, I didn't know if it was going to be good, but then she gained faith in it. I don't know exactly the way it was worded. But what I do know is that don't worry, baby, it ain't gonna be good. This thing looks horrible. I don't know why some people are like trying to drum up excitement about some of the movie posters and the promotional material that's been shown, but this movie looks horrible. I'm not a huge fan of white women like that, and so Dakota Johnson herself has no appeal to make me want to see it. I've been seeing, because I'm really active on social media, not posting but lurking, and I've seen a lot of commotion about Sydney Sweeney. I think that's her name, Sydney Sweeney, and she's on the hot ones, and there's been a lot of over sexualizing of her due to that, and then she's in this, and it's like, you could have told me she was in it, or you could have told me that she wasn't in it, and I never would have noticed. Like, she's not a draw for a person such as myself, but there's a lot of people that are like into her and into Dakota Johnson and really, into seeing them on screen in tight outfits, and none of that's gonna make the movie good though. This movie looks trash. The outfits and all the promotional posters look trash. The trailer, trash. It all looks bad. It looks like Morbius on steroids, and I just can't wait to see how much of a wreck that thing is. It's the most when it comes to like morbid curiosity because the Flash from 2023 was my most anticipated film for the purposes of morbid curiosity. I want to see how bad it can be. This one takes the cake this year. This Madam Web, it does not look great. And so let me know your thoughts. Am I totally off on the way this movie looks? I don't think any of the images that I've seen look good. They all look bad. But let me know if I'm tripping, if you disagree. I think it's gonna bomb real hard. But share your thoughts in the comment section and let's keep it going to the next topic, which is Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan teaming back up again for a new kind of mystery film. They've been talking about this one for like a week, maybe a week and a half, that people have been mentioning it. I feel like that movie has potential to be big because there's a little bit of a bidding war. I've seen that come out in the trades over the past week, maybe. And I also hear rumor that it's a vampire film. To me, this is what I want to see. I know that in some people's wheelhouse, they like to see anything that is like black director, black cast, black written. But a lot of times, those to me fall into the same old tropes. It'll be a comedy, it'll be a drama, it'll be a rom com, or it'll be like a street centric, real life type movie. And it's like, I don't want to see that. Give me black fantasy, give me black sci fi. Like I want to see those things, and this one to me fits the bill of that. And I don't need the cast to be all black. I don't need everything about it to be black. But if you give me a central figure, our protagonist or anti-hero is a black person, and he's set in this super futuristic world or this vampire story, like that's cool. Like we as black people experience all those things in the world of horror or in the world of sci-fi. Like just insert these characters into that and not have the story focus on the fact that they're black as well. Just hey, just so happens to be a black dude experiencing this thing with these vampires or these zombies or this apocalyptic world ending situation that's action based. And it's like, yo, all that's good. That's what I really want to see. I don't really want to see anything that's based on like marriage problems or child abuse or drug deals and just real life stuff. Like, give me a break from that. I live real life. Giving me fantasy focused on black centric characters, and that's what got me excited about seeing the Ryan Coogler, Michael B. Jordan news. The fact that it's having a bidding war, also real cool. Money. I like to see people make it, and I think has potential. So I'm excited about it. Let me know your thoughts about that. Do you want to see the vampire Michael B. Jordan? Like, I think it holds appeal and it could be very, very good. I like when those two guys work together. They've never put out a project that was bland or not uninteresting to me. Everything that they've done has been relatively interesting. Even with Michael B. Jordan doing his own film in the Creed series, I really like the way he put a stamp on it. Maybe he could have some input on this, and maybe Ryan could serve as more as a producer, and you could get a little more Michael B. Jordan influence behind the camera. And if he includes some anime, whew, we could have something special. So those are my thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on all that stuff. And then let's get to the last topic. Last topic being the one that I could be the most wrong on. I've been tracking since Jonathan Majors has been dropped from Marvel and no longer Kang the Conqueror. We have had leaks over the past few weeks about who could be interviewed, who could potentially be. So if we going back to late December, maybe mid-December, we heard like whispers of, ooh, John Boyega might take over as Kang. And he quickly came out and was like, nope, it's not going to happen. And I was happy about that. About the beginning of January, we saw Colman Domingo, who is on a Jonathan Majors type of run where you see him featured in a lot of different projects and getting nominations. And there's lots of announcements about he's going to be Joe Jackson in this film, and he's being potentially thought of as this person in this franchise and all that stuff. And now, beginning of January, oh, we might use Colman Domingo as Kang the Conqueror. It's like, I don't see that at all. Like, I just don't see Colman Domingo without the beard, and I don't see Kang with the beard, and I don't see it working at all. I just don't, it does not feel right. just based on a few mock-up images that I've saw. I can't see him fitting into that role. And then more recently, which made me want to talk about it here in this video, is that just last week, over the weekend, they started talking about John David Washington, who I also don't see being Kang the Conqueror, but they're talking about him potentially taking over as Kang the Conqueror. And it's a lot of actual trades like Variety and Deadspin, like they actually putting this stuff out. And I really hope none of it comes to fruition, y'all. I really hope that either this plan of Kang the Conqueror and the multiverse saga, like Marvel is really taking this year off. If you haven't noticed, nothing's really coming out in 2024 with Marvel on it. So let's say they take a break and maybe they bring Jonathan Majors back, or they do the thing and just get rid of Kang. Like, you had an opportunity to do it with Loki. They kind of missed it. Maybe, you know, the way things are cut and edited and post and put out, they didn't have enough time to edit that and throw that out. But you can just abandon the whole thing. You don't have to recast them. Just be done with it. I feel like anything that you do is going to be fairly awkward. It would be very, very simple for you as a franchise and as a whole universe to just stick a line in Deadpool to where, like, oh, Kang, I don't know who that is. Like, we dealt with that some type of way, and then done with it. You never have to reference it again. Because I feel like, on one hand, multiverse story wise, I don't feel like it ever really came together like they wanted it to. It only really showed up well in Loki. And maybe a few other places, because I'm rushing through this. I don't have all my research done. But I feel like it didn't show up well anywhere outside of Loki. And then you also look at the fact that there's so much bigger things on the horizon. Like, people have been talking about Doctor Doom, and you've been announcing different Fantastic Four members being cast, and you know the potential cast is being leaked, and people talking about it. It's like, hey, you could just move all the way on from Kang and not have to deal with him at all anymore, and we'd be fine with it. So I'm a black man, and so I know that everyone doesn't agree on Jonathan Majors and the whole situation with how he was charged and how the trial went and the technicalities in which he was convicted on and all that stuff. Not want to make too much commentary on that, but I do want to state fairly clearly that I feel as though John Boyega was saying no as to, like, kind of a move of solidarity. And it would be very pleasing to me as a black man to see other black men of color, to say, hey, we see how y'all did him, and we don't want to touch that. We don't want to be a part of, railroading this man right on out of Hollywood after he'd been, inflated through the year 2022, that he had just an amazing run up to that point. And it's like, we don't want to play a part in getting him up out of here. Y'all have to do that yourself. So I would put the pressure on Marvel to either figure out a way to be done with Kang, or just go ahead and ride it out. Just go ahead and ride it out. That's kind of where I fall on it. Also, this is a situation to where this could be resolved and announced in the next 24 hours, or, might linger until the summertime. Who knows? But it's one of those things to where it only takes one announcement or like one project to come out, and they have their whole minds changed. So we'll see how this whole Kang thing plays out. I would much prefer it not be recast. Either write him off or bring him back. And those are my thoughts on that. Let me know your thoughts on that. And that's all we got for this one, y'all. I wanted to talk about those topics, and maybe I'll get back to doing just a weekly type of deal, and or maybe we might do a monthly type of deal, because there's a lot of news that comes out that I kind of want to make commentary on, and so we'll see how this goes. Let me know how you like it in the comment section. And that's all we got for this one, y'all. Enjoy yourself, guard your heart, and go watch something good.